Alright, so I am working live today. I'm working on a special, kind of secretive project. You guys are going to see here that I am trying to elevate my wrist and keep my back not necessarily straight up, but better than hunched over. Right now I'm using my laptop type tablet holder that is technically for when you're in bed. Thank you so much. Hi. And you can tilt it up or down. I got it from like a Burlington Coat Factory, TJ Maxx. A lot of people see this on my TikTok and they're like, where did you get that? This little tablet stand is from IKEA. It's really great for drawing on your tablet, but putting them together, it's been helping my wrist a lot. I'm not depending on laying on my iPad, so I can hold my wrist up here and I'm nowhere near the iPad. I'm using about a 10.5 iPad Pro. And hi, thank you so much, Dave, for tuning in. How's it going? I am using my pen, and for those of you that follow my vlogs, which no pressure, no obligation, I just like to share things that I'm doing. I just purchased these from Daiso the other day to hold some extra things, such as my little pieces for my Apple Pencil, because I don't know about you guys, I will lose them in my couch. I will lose them right now. And sometimes I forget to put the cap back on when I'm done charging, so I've been trying to be more responsible and put things where I remember them, and then they stack really nicely. Again, Daiso, it was like $1, now they're $1.75, they're no longer a $1.50 store. So if you have any questions while I work, feel free to ask. But I'm using my little eraser to keep a little bit of a distance. Otherwise, the iPad's down here and I'm trying to get, you know, in certain positions and I can't. So having it up here has been much, much more helpful. And I'm a freelance cartoonist. I work for myself. So anyone that catches this later on my YouTube, just know here on TikTok, I like to tilt sideways because I end up recycling this for YouTube. That's where it's going to live forever. Nobody's going to rewatch it here on TikTok that I know of. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to start drawing. And like I said, I'm working on kind of a secretive project, but you can certainly see my behind the scenes thoughts on how I'm going to do this. And I'm really excited. So thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to ask questions regarding art. If you have any questions, let me know. I am using, hi, thank you, Erica, for tuning in. I'm using my Drug-Free Dave free Disney brushes, inspired by Disney. I am obsessed with this Disney Sketchline brush that he has. It's beautiful. It moves really nicely, and you can see it kind of adjust as I'm going. Definitely a plus, and this is free through Drug-Free Dave. Literally, it's free. You can get it there. So I'm going to start with some kind of long neck girls, and I've had some ideas in mind for these, so I'm just going to check them out really quick and see what I come up with, kind of referencing some old things I've done before. And just a reminder, you can recycle your art. Everybody always thinks they have to come up with something new 24/7, and I've learned, no, not the case. So I'm kind of going back to some of those old ideas or things I've done and then creating something new from it. So these are going to be more simplistic, nothing too crazy. And again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hi, Trooper! Thanks so much for tuning in. I love seeing y'all over here. So again, I'm just doing some loose sketches. I'm not committing to anything here. Just kind of making some different designs. I always love the look like they're floating in water. It's just something I love. I love doing it with the unicorns that I draw. I'll make their hair look like it's floating in water, whatever it might be. So we kind of have one simple sketch right there. Just like in a second, you can just kind of get your idea out. And the best part is if you're staying on the same layer, you can always shrink it down and bring it back. Just know that when you do shrink down your art, and you try to expand it again, it might ruin with pixelation, but these are just sketches, so I don't even, it doesn't bother me. so much to everybody stopping by, hanging out. It's also a great way just to keep practicing and stay like loose with your work and stay connected to your art is just a sketch. So many people think you have to have a final product at the end, and I'm like, no, you can literally just draw a little bit here and there. So we kind of have like another, at least just a starting point. I am not like choosing how their hair is going to look or anything. I'm just trying to get different looks. So if I try to move it right now with my select tool, it's going to move everything. So that's why you have your little, I call it the S tool, your selection tool. And I just kind of grab what I want, cut it out like that. Then I grab my little pointer and I can move it on the same page and work with it there. But since I want to draw in the center, I'm going to keep moving this one down and keep things on the edge. And then from there, so we've got one kind of sketched out, and then we've got one over here, just kind of looking over to the side. How did you come up with the squatches? What inspired your theme? Thank you so much for asking that. Hold on, let me bring a squatch into the scene. How dare I? I thought he was in there. To be honest, I was kind of into that whole look of monsters, like cute monsters, in it's weird to say mid-2000s because we're in the 2000s, but like 2010, 2011, I really got inspired by artists that were drawing like cute, adorable little, characters, whatever they look like, just little monsters that they would make really funny. And I just love the idea of the silliness of it, I guess. And then I had someone sell in my store. They're called Yetis and Friends. You can find them on Instagram. They used to sell in my store, and I was obsessed with all their Yetis, but I had seen their work after I was doing my stuff. I had never seen them before until later. And I just started drawing little kind of creatures like that, and then it just kind of morphed and morphed and morphed into the designs that they are, and I'm still learning. They're still turning into new characters, and that's why I'm like, they're all related in some big critterosity world where they'll never look the exact same. Like some will have tails, some will have wings, some will look like alebrijes, some will look like giant Sasquatch Yetis, some will look like snow Yetis, some will look like forest Yetis. And that's why I never want to limit myself on what the designs are, or like, this is what the character looks like and always looks like. I'm like, no, I want to draw them over and over again. So yeah. But thank you so much for saying they're your favorite. That makes me so happy. So completely happy. So thank you. I appreciate that. Because they're my babies. They're my babies. Thor. Yes, you're my baby too, Thor. He gets so jealous when I talk about my art. Hi, Papas. I love you. He just jumped right up here with me. Absolutely, and I'm so inspired by cartoons doing different, like, ways they draw their heads and their, you know, like, the bodies and things like that, you know, sometimes I like them with, like, a double lip and look more cartoony with, like, funny teeth, or, you know, like, maybe more round, and they're like, oh, no! Or they have little teeths, you know, and they're just like little baby teeths. But that's the thing, is they all look so different that, you know, I love the outcome. And the toy modeler, or I'm sorry, I say the toy modeler, the model maker, he did such a fantastic job on my characters. This is like the closest I've ever seen anybody do a 3D rendering of mine. And, you know, he was like, it's going to be resin cast, so I can't, like, draw every single piece of fur. And I said, that's fine. I'll take it any way you want, because it was a collaboration. And so that's the closest I've ever seen somebody make mine actually look like the character. So, it's pretty cool to see. I really like that one. She's just kind of fancy, a little bit vintage. So move her off to the side. So now we've got 3 girls going. And then we're going to get another long neck kind of sassy girl. That's a great question. I'm trying to think if there's anything, because I think I did the ones I wanted to right off the bat, and now I'm like, okay, what else is there? Is there a theme you have been expecting to see them in that you haven't? I mean, drawing them with food is always my favorite. Always my favorite. First and foremost. But that's a great question, because I'm like, maybe more swatches with animals I would like to do. I've done it before, but I'd like to maybe touch on that again. So whenever I get an eye, you know, somewhat different than the other eye, I mean, I can always grab it and kind of move it, which is fantastic. I mean, back in the day, you just draw and be like, dang it, it's not close. So, it's kind of nice to be able just to pick up on it. different parts of the world. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, like these are great conversations because I keep them in mind. I have to be like feeling the design, whatever I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't see something like that in a while, it has nothing to do with, you know, I didn't like the idea or something. It just always depends on where I'm at and what I feel like doing during that time. So yeah, I will keep everything in mind that people suggest because one, you guys are the consumers. You guys are the ones that want to see certain things, and I want to always, you know, have something that you would probably like. And yeah, I mean, I would buy my stuff all day long if I could. I can't. So I need others to kind of share what they're hoping for. Maybe they liked something they want to see more of, and like I just don't have the time to do it. Hello, thank you. Yes, there you go. You guys are teaming up. I love it. Squatches of the world. It'll be like Epcot, but with squatches. Just like a whole journey. Small world, but with squatches. And thank you for tuning in. Hello. This one I'm just not feeling, so what I do, I was tapping it, but I didn't realize that I had drawn that much. So I'm just going to erase that one. I thought it was a bigger brush, but it's not. So let's grab this one. Boom. There it goes. Clean it up. Alright, so let's try another. I find like sometimes I start to get too too realistic, I guess. So I have to remind myself like, nope, these are sketches. You don't need to be that serious with them. Just get the idea across. And then when I loose sketch, I do much better than when I'm like serious sketching. A Puerto Rican squatch. I love it. And what food would you suggest if I had ever done that? What would you suggest for a Puerto Rican squatch? What would be the top food? What's a delicacy? Oh, there it goes. Sorry, didn't realize I was off the back of the... Got too excited. I've been pushing it back this whole time. Eating empanadas, or... Is it pincho? You gotta help me out. Write it phonetically so that I know exactly how to say it. And then pina colada I got. Pincho? Pincho? So see, when I draw really quick and really rough, I like the designs more than when I sit there and spend hours on them. I get more of a look that I'm going for. Hi, Thor. Hi, babies. I love you, Bubba. Pieces of meat on a stick with toasted bread on top. Meat on a stick with toasted bread on top. And do you have anything non-meat related? Not that I don't want to celebrate the world, but I always avoid drawing meats because I don't eat meat. So I just don't draw it. Not that I judge anyone, but I was just curious, like, is there any delicacies, like a dessert or something that wouldn't have meat? Because I always say, I don't preach. I just don't draw things if I don't do them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I don't have a stand on something, but it's not to be preachy. It's more like, if I avoid drawing it, no one can be like, why do you encourage drawing meat? And then I'm like, okay, gotcha. But that's never because I'm trying to be pushy on the subject of meat, if that makes sense. There you go. Kinpas? I'm assuming that's how you say it. I'm going to get a whole lesson. I'm going to get a whole lesson on how to say all the different words for foods. Delicious. Look at you. I'm making you all hungry over here. Sorry about that. I bet you didn't think I'd go live and make everybody start going, I need this food right now. Sketch out two more and kind of do what I just did there, where I kind of added to it. This time I'm going to kind of go with a mermaid in mind. It is mermaid. mermaid squatches, I have. I want to say I did it about 2 years ago. I mean, I'm such a different artist now. I think I would do it completely differently. But I did do that in the past a while back. I don't think it ever made it to the website because, again, I go based on people's feedback, and I don't think anyone got super excited about it. So I was like, well, that doesn't need to go on the shop. I think. I'm almost positive that's what happened. So we're going to draw one more after this. I'm going to kind of take these ideas and run with them and kind of see what I like, what I want to keep, what I want to let go of. I know for a fact I'm going to let this one go, but only half of it, because I still dig it. Again, recycling, just finding a way to try to keep it. And then one more, and then I'll just ask you guys, you know, like ones that you really, really like. Let me doodle one last one. Okay, so let's go through it. I'm going to give these letters and numbers. You guys just tell me your top favorite. I'll write it down. All 3 of you watching live. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I'm laughing because it's just funny. I'm like, I don't know what people want on here. All right, so we got number 1 is kind of the hair back. Number 2 will kind of be this kind of floral lady vibe. Number 4, she's kind of looking off to the left. Wait, did I just skip 3? Man, this is my vlog all over again. I don't know if you guys caught it, but someone wrote me saying, I don't know if you skipped 4, and I feel like this was 4, but it says it's 5. I'm like, no, I wrote it wrong on a few different places. Yep, thank you so much. All right, so this is 3. She's kind of looking over to her left. We've got 4 glancing over her shoulder. Okay. We're going to go with 5 is just kind of staring straight ahead. 6. I think I'm going to make these all kind of like a mermaid vibe to these. So just know whatever it is, I'm going to make it very magical. But then I changed it. 6. We've got 7 is her kind of leaning forward. And then 8 is kind of devious, kind of evil, kind of sassy. So again, we've got 1. It's not a tutorial, but I'm definitely sketching live. So if you notice something, and hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. I do tutorials, and I have a ink and paint workshop that people take on my subscription channel. But for TikTok Live, I'm working on something, but we're just floating through different like mermaid type vibe ladies. So, okay, so you're going to vote now. I'm going to run through all of the numbers. You guys just write down your favorite one, and that way I can work on it live, and I catch the people that are actually contributing to my live, showing up. You don't have to tip, just showing up to my live and making this process worth it. Okay, so we have 1. She's kind of leaning back. Her hair is in the water. Okay, again, mermaid themes, okay? 2, floral. 3 is just kind of looking over, popping up from the water. 4 is glancing over her shoulder. We've got 5 is more kind of a serious look. 6 is her kind of very cutesy, kind of puckering her lips a little bit. There's 6. 7 is her kind of, you know, either she's in the water, I don't know, but she's very happy, like peaceful bliss. And 8 is more kind of sassy mermaid, maybe Ursula type vibes. So there we go. Okay, you vote for number 1 or 5. So we've got 1 and 5. All right, 7, 8. Or just 8. 7, 8. 78. I'm just kidding. Erica, you got so excited. I'm not going anywhere. All right, you like 7 or 8. Okay, so see, everyone thinks differently. And this is always my point when I go live, is I remind people, not everybody thinks the same way. Not everybody likes the same things. So when people are like, can you make this? I'm like, yeah, but maybe only you want that. So I always have to go with what the masses like. That's how we basically do it. 1's my favorite because it shows action. Ooh, listen to this. I love it because you've got animations written in your name. So I'm like, I know you know what I know what you know. You know? So for those of you that are new and watching this again on YouTube, because it will be switching over to YouTube, my name's Critterosity. AKA my real name is Eva Lacey, but I like to go by Critterosity. I'm self-taught, and I just enjoy creating. So thank you so much for being a part of my live. All right, I'm going to do those because no one else has voted for their favorites, so I appreciate you sticking around and voting. Let's start with number 1, seeing as you said you like that one. So what I do is I take my selection tool. All right, and this is for those that maybe watch this at a later date on my YouTube when I recycle this video, and I'm just showing you guys how to put it on a new layer. You kind of circle what you want, copy paste, and boom, it shows up on its own layer. I'm going to close all the other ones. I'm going to make this one go, I think still like this. I like this kind of look to it. And I love like white backgrounds with a focus on character. I love, love, love. So that's one of my favorites. I'm just going to sketch it out for you a little bit darker just so you guys can see what it would have looked like had I added a little wash of color to it. I'm going to lower my opacity. Thank you so much for the love and jumping into this live. I appreciate you guys. Oh, by the way, I'm going to try to create more of a schedule for myself starting soon after June. That rhymed, I didn't mean for it to. But soon after June, I have a lot going on. I'm relaunching my website, lots of new things going on. So if you're enjoying this and you like it, please check out my YouTube channel. I have a lot of tutorials. I have a lot of vlogs now, filling you in on kind of my life and what I do for my living. So there's that. But just letting you guys know, soon I will get an Instagram live, a YouTube live, and a TikTok live schedule that will be rotating in times. I know that's what people like. They want consistency. Unfortunately, my life is not consistent right now, so it's a little bit tough to do. But I'll be here. I'll be here soon. All right, let me see. Let me get my brush that I love. So again, those are drug-free Dave brushes you can get for free. It's his Disney set. Just follow drug-free Dave on all different platforms, and he always links it in his bios and descriptions. I'm going to go to my recents, and my favorite pen comes for free with this program. I go to inking, and I use dry ink, and I've already preset everything. So just letting you guys know, that is how I do it. This is how I do it. Alright. So again, this is just a quick sketch. I'm not spending hours on it. It's just to get a feel and see more of where I would have taken the character. Don't be afraid to move your canvas. It doesn't make you a cheater. It doesn't make you different. It doesn't make you not good at art. It's called, sometimes your hand just doesn't want to draw the way you're drawing. So I always feel sad when people are like, oh, I'm not good enough because I'm not doing it, you know, the way that I drew it. You can do whatever you want. There are no rules in art, especially cartooning. It's good to know bodies and all the anatomy goodness. I never really have. I wish I had gotten that better when I was younger, but to be honest, I don't care. People will draw a character like this and get famous, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what do I care? If it's perfect, it's perfect. If it's not, that's all good. Yes, his brushes are amazing. Amazing. And I love how giving he is in his tutorials and chit-chatting. Again, we're going with like a mermaid theme. I'm so glad that some of you are taking like the workshop with me, and then you're listening to the places I talk about, or you're just following those artists anyway. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate the compliments. Thank you, thank you. Believe me, it never gets old hearing compliments. Everyone questions themselves, so I am no different. Sorry about the sirens. It's a nice, I don't know, ambiance, I guess. The old sirens. Just put it on my lo-fi. Alright, so I'm going to go to one of my favorite brushes that I skipped for the longest time. Syrup is good, and Tinderbox to do things like petals is really cool. Just a thought. It is in the inking part of your program. Again, you need to go and alter your brushes to fit your style and the way you do things. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you, and I am more active on Instagram than I am TikTok, to be quite honest. I'm trying to get better about it. So if you ever want to follow, that's a great place to follow. And I don't know where you're located, but I also host the Isle of Magic Marketplace with a bunch of artists that are illustrators, people that work in the animation industry, and more. So if you are in Southern California, come check us out, Isle of Magic Marketplace. Thank you so much. So we're giving her this kind of mermaid vibe to her. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of warmth to it. But again, this is just for sketching for a project. So there we go. I'm going to add, like I said, a little warmth. I'm going to go ahead and let go of the sketch underneath. Thanks to everybody that pitched in again and said which ones you liked. So that way at least I'm doing something maybe somebody else would enjoy. I'm going to go with marker on this one. Some of these lines on the outside here. So there we go. There's kind of the first one. And again, I'm just popping some color in there. I'm not trying to make it like perfect or anything like that. We had one, what was it? One, I know 7 and 8, but 1 and 5. Okay. So if I go back to, this one was 5. Actually, let me do 7 right now so that way I can bounce the 2 ideas since 2 people were voting here. 7, I'm just going to outline it, copy and paste, get it on its own board. Oh, weird. Did not copy and paste? Oh, I was on the wrong layer when I was tracing it. Okay, we're going to turn turn these ones off. Put this one on, and this one I think I'm going to twist it the other angle. Okay, here we go. And now we're going to start to work on this one. Same thing, going to black, grabbing my dry ink brush. Flower in her hair here for her hair to tuck behind. Or you know what? Let's make her more mermaid-like. Let's give her some little fins. There we go. Kind of angel-like. Her kind of fade off, but have her hair kind of wrapping around. If you're tuning in for the first time, please note when I film now on TikTok, I do this angle so that I can recycle it and keep it up forever on YouTube, and it just looks way better this angle. So I'm sorry if that bothers anybody that you have to tilt your phone, but trust me, if you're going to rewatch this on YouTube, it's so much better. So now I'm going to start all of my little kind of mermaid spots. I'm going to let this one go. Have her other eyebrow in there. And her other side of the face here. There we go. And I'm going to bring this back, but I'm going to lower the opacity. I liked where I put these little spots. It wasn't too much. I'm going to try Tinderbox and see. Yeah, Tinderbox is great too. Okay, good. I like the syrup one, but then Tinderbox also creates really nice lines. Back to syrup for this one in particular. adhesive if I can. We're going to add some kind of rouge to it just to help it out a little bit with some color. And I do this underneath my line work on its own layer, and then I'm using the smudge tool to kind of give it some shape again. This is another tool that I always knew about, but I never used, and so now I use it much more. That way it softens my lines a bit. So when you see the line work like really, really, really strong, thank you so much for the hearts, my friends. It will go back and soften the different areas that I added maybe more to one than the other. So now I'm going to take the smudge tool, and it just kind of blends it out. Watch. See that? Really nice. Just softens it. So that's your little finger tool up here. Thank you so much. Hi, Renee. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for the hearts, you guys. So with that smudge tool, you can really drag it down and give it a warmth and just toasty it up. Toasty, toasty. And I'm just closing this up. Okay, so we have our second mermaid done. All right, now I'm going back to number 5, which our first person picked while I was asking those questions live. So if you missed that part, I'm so sorry. But I asked them to pick their tops, and having 4 choices is great because I was trying to narrow it down to about 4 or 5. So again, nice to have feedback and input. All right, this is this layer. I'm going to select just this. I'm grabbing her. I'm doing copy paste. The worst is that I always forget to hit copy paste and then it disappears when my hand hits, which is why I'm telling you I love kind of creating this little area for me so I don't rest my hand 24/7 on this. I like to know I can move freely and I have this as a rest. So now that I've copied and pasted her, I'm going to hide the back. I'm going to turn her the same way as the other one, just because she's taller. This is just a sketch, so now this is where I'm going to come back and clean it up. Okay, I'm going to lower the opacity, start a new layer above it. That way I don't mess anything up on that layer. I grab ink bleed, and not ink bleed, I'm so sorry, wow, dry ink. And it's already to what I like. So, bring her eyes. She's kind of not sassy, but she just kind of is doing her thing. And mind her, these are supposed to be mermaids and sirens, so I'm really going above and beyond for kind of the dramatic look. Cut through and then down. Thank you so much for the hearts, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Her mouth closed. Thank you so much, Renee, for sharing the live. You know why I don't do it? I mean, I love that you guys do it. is sometimes it irritates people and they unfollow me because I'm pushing my lives. So it's like, I want to TikTok. I want to. I keep saying, like, encourage people to watch. But I'm like, yeah, but I've had people literally unfollow me because I tried to encourage them to watch me live. So I've kind of slowed down on doing that. So I appreciate you taking that hit for me. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. One second, I just got a text message. Boop, boop, boop. I'm still here. Just making sure it's not somebody that needs me. Nope, we're good. Again, these are supposed to be like sirens, like mermaids. So they're all going to be kind of different, drastic, and dynamic. So once I see things and I start drawing, I might be like, nah, it's not working, you know, and I fix it up. I liked her hair up high, but I don't know if I'm feeling this one. I don't know if I'm feeling this one. I'm gonna put a pin in that. I'm gonna put a pin in that one. Because the sketch is like, the sketch is all cool, but then sometimes when you add line work to things, you start to notice like, oh, that doesn't work, you know, or you just never know. I'm going to try to be a little closer to the sketch here really quick. Let me pretend she's got her little like mermaid vibes going. Just keep it simple, stupid, as they say, or keep it simple, sweetheart. That was the nicer one that we were supposed to say to each other. the shape I was going for. Ship, shape, shop. Alright, so I'm going to put a pin in that one. We're going to see. And I'm going to do my final one. And sometimes, you know what, when I draw them, actually draw them, I don't end up liking them. It happens a lot of times. So we will see what I do with it. Whoops, see what happens? You'll lose the copy paste if you don't do it the right way the first time. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Thank you for the hearts. Whoa. I think I want to give her like not star earrings, but kind of more seaweedy looking earrings for like the whole mermaid look. From the sea here. And now we remove our background. We add, and we're going to get some rouge, and we're going to get marker. Thank you for the hearts. Across. And then I'll do the markings for like a mermaid. Ooh, Cruella. Cruella. reminder, you can bring white into it by dragging the white background. But I'm on a separate layer, so that's why it's not merging with the black. If I did this on the same line, then you'd see the black too. Look at you two. I think it's those eyebrows, you know? Cruella always has those cruel eyebrows. Part. Just going to add a little bit more to her nose. Now the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring all these girls to the front surface area, and we're going to merge the line work with it. And there we go. So I'm just going to grab this and move it off to the side, because again, we're not sure yet, and just kind of seeing what you guys liked. It's Greg. I'll call you back in a minute, honey. You would think he'd know I was on TikTok only because he's always on it. It always cracks me up. All day he has to call me, and he waits until the last minute when I's working on things. There was the other one we did, but I didn't finish it per se. Kind of left it. I can't decide if I want to keep it or not. So I like this one much more now that I've done that. So just make her a little smaller. And then, so here's what we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in live. Again, this is a great way for those of you that want to just get practice in, is just to sketch. Just sketch every single day. I said to myself, do like 8 designs and then pick the best of those. You guys were with me when we picked the best of those. Now, I have my favorites. It was nice to hear what other people liked. If you missed out on this, please give me a follow. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Here, of course, on TikTok is extremely helpful. My growth is really sad. These platforms, I get like 1 new follower a month. I'm so thankful because I got enough followers to go live, so I get to share what I do and how hard I work on the things that I love. But again, if you watch this on YouTube and you're coming to YouTube to watch this later, thank you so much. I have a lot of content saved on my Instagram and on my YouTube, so hours and hours and hours of entertainment. Thank you so much, you guys, for enjoying this peaceful day with me, listening to some lo-fi watching and just relaxing and getting the ASMR of the tappy tappy screeny screen. And thank you so much, you guys. Until we meet again, I'll be heading over to Instagram now to finish up a Mad Hatter Sasquatch. So thank you so much. Bye, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night.